everybody, what's up, my strangers? Um, okay, how is everybody doing? Gailey, I was just reading your message. What's up, guys? Hey, Mona Lisa, Jar of Dirt. So I got the first emoji. I'm still who joined? Mystery. Hey girl, what's up? Thank you. How are you? Ashley, I was gonna email you. I need to get your phone number so I could just text you real quick. Um, So I got the amber for the members, I have the, amber I did the poop emoji amber with her face on it for one of the emojis, and then I'm trying to pick out a Johnny one. Like, do you guys want, like, an older Johnny emoji or newer? Like a younger one or currently a one of Johnny? Maybe you guys could help me out because I only be able to probably do one because I don't have very many emojis. I don't have any extra, I have to replace the ones I have. 'Cause I need 22 more members to get one more emoji. It's crazy. Oh, you're Gaily Jar of Dirt, right? Is that you, Gaily? Batman, what's up? Lori. Hey, Dallas County Scratchers number 2, Helen Vera. So yeah, go check your emojis. See if I just put it up, so hopefully you'll be able to use the humor one. But I guess I could if I don't they make you get a ridiculous amount of members to get like one emoji. It's crazy. Like I have 18, but I have to keep replacing them because I lose members, I gain members, and it's just I don't know. But so yeah, like maybe depending on what case I do, I'll just replace it to a current one. I guess that's what I'm gonna have to do. But check out, did anybody use the Amber one? See, oh, I didn't even name it. Hold on a second, guys. It's named something different because I forgot to switch the name. Hold on one second. So what should I call it? Amber Turd or something? Hold on. I gotta switch the name. That's probably why it's not coming up. Hold on. And then we'll get to some stuff. So hold on, let me do it real quick. God, I'm sorry guys. I know I was gonna try to do a live every day this week. Oh, that didn't work. But next week I'll be because I'm gonna be doing a lot to the trial, so I'll be on every day next week. Okay, hold on. Let me just get to the emojis. Where is it? Where is it? I want to see what it's called right now. Oh, it's just called troll. Oh, that fits. It was one of my troll ones. That actually still fits, but I'm gonna change it. Actually, I don't know. I might not be able to. Oh yeah, I fit it. Okay, there we go. And then we could you guys could help me figure out which Johnny one we could do. So where was I talking about now? I just got off. Okay, there we go. Now I'm back. Yes. That's their way of making more money. Yeah, that's true. Um, wait, what was I gonna say? Oh, and thank you. Is Trace on the case here? You sent me the emoji idea kind of with the face and the turd. I just kind of used I made my own. Oh, thank you. Oh, wait, my hoodie, guys. Okay. This hoodie is from, the song that I have at the outro of my recorded videos that's like, Be Kind, that song? Well, this is his merch. His name's Aaron Kellum, and this is his merch. So I bought it. I was like, I got it. Wait, it's hard because it's all opposite. So I was like, I have to get one of those hoodies. So I got it from his merch. Because I use his song at the end. And he's been in the comments. How cool. He's came in the comments a few times thanking me for using his music. Because that I use so Be Kind, I use mostly like almost all my recorded ones. And then for my intro, sometimes I use his song for the intro too. It's that one where I have like me and Zeke's emoji coming up, and it's like I only use it sometimes. It's called Comeback or whatever. So I potentially use two of his songs, but yeah. Anyway, so I love this hoodie. This is my first time wearing it actually. The brightest color they had is purple though. They don't have pink or anything. They had like purple, black, gray, or whatever. So like I'm gonna get a purple one. I think they had blue. But anyway, oh, nice, Mama Mia. Thanks. Or go to his channel. I didn't even know he see. I subscribe to two music channels where I pay like a subscription to be able to use their music in my videos. So it's like I buy the license for the copyright, so I'm able to use their music or whatever. So because, YouTube audio, they don't really have that much variety and everybody, it's overused. So I found 2 cool sites that I just basically pay them, and then they have all kinds of artists. So that's where I found Aaron. So I didn't even know he, like, had a channel where he promotes his music too, but until he came over and commented, like, a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, "Oh my god." So I clicked on him, and he has some of his music on his channel. But anyway, so yeah. So, okay, so let's get into this stuff here. Dude, I'm like obsessed with this case, and I feel like I've been like slacking on all my other true crime cases, but nothing. Actually, all the cases that I've been covering true crime, there's really nothing besides gossip that's really been happening, to be honest. And I feel like this is kind of under the theme, or what, the can't even think of the word, but it is true crime, really. I mean, it's just not murder, but it is like, true crime. I would say so. It's not totally off base, but like some people that probably aren't following this case, and all my videos in the last couple weeks have just all been this. Is You're probably bored with it, but it's just so huge right now in our world, internationally. I mean, everybody's talking about it, and the trial's going on. So I'm not gonna feel bad, a lot of you guys are interested in it, and so I've been just digging up all kinds of stuff. Heavenly Clouds, are you here? Because you had left a comment that made me go kind of searching, and about her maybe killing her best friend Amber Heard, when she was 16. Now, because she is a minor, like, we're not going to be able to get those records, unfortunately. But I did find this cool video. Hopefully, he won't mind me using his video instead of me like editing together my own. I was like, you know what? He does such a good job. I'll play it on a live. He kind of goes on to why he thinks that there's a good chance that she did, and he kind of explains the laws and stuff. So I want to play that for you. It's really interesting. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, when she was 16, okay, so I guess in an interview, she had said that her best friend when she was 16 died in a car accident, right? So that's all she said, right? Well, people are finding like her mugshot. There's a mugshot of her when she's like 16 or 17 or whatever. I think it's when she's 17. There's a mugshot. And so you could see that she got a misdemeanor driving, because misdemeanors stay, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think misdemeanors will stay on your record, right? No matter what. And then the felony, since she's a minor, you can't get it. I think that's how he explains it all. I already forget what exactly how he explains it, but we're gonna watch it. But so it says that she got caught driving with a suspended license, right? So therefore, it's like, why did she have a suspended license? And this guy did some research, and here, when you go through the stuff you can find on her, her license was suspended for 3 years, which he goes back and explains for 3 years it has to be either two things to get your license suspended for 3 years. And if you basically, he goes back to the dates, and it goes back to like when she would be 16. So it would make sense that something happened when she was 16, that she lost her license. In an interview, she said her best friend died when she was 16. So people are speculating, is she the one that was driving? She got in a car accident, killed her best friend, which that's not her fault. I mean, that happens sometimes, and it's horrible because the intention is not to kill your best friend. Yeah, you shouldn't be drinking and driving. We've all done it. At least I shouldn't say we've all done it, but a lot of us have done it. I've done it when you're a teenager and you don't realize the importance and how serious it is. Now, when I became more of an adult, I didn't, but like, I've done it when I was in high school. I did it too. I could have been one of those unlucky people. So we can't say like she's such a horrible criminal just because of that. Some people might look at it different. If she was an adult and did it, I would judge her more. But since she was a kid, like I said, I did it when I was a kid too. So yeah. So how many of you guys have heard about that? Here, let me play the video. So this guy explains it really well, and I'll try to find, what is the name of his channel. It's like his name or something. I downloaded the video. Hold on, let me get it for you guys, and he'll explain all the laws and stuff. And tell me what you guys think. I don't know. I didn't see the interview where she said that, but I guess there definitely was an interview. Just didn't happen to see it where she said, I guess she said that. And like, he points out how she's trying to be the victim there, like, oh, my best friend died. But like, maybe, hold on, let me find it. Hold on, where is it? All right, so here it is. All right. So hold on one second. I have. When I was in high school, I did. I was stupid. I mean, I did, but I didn't you don't realize, like, you think you're immortal when you're young, and you don't like death until you experience like a death from like a loved one. Like, you don't, it almost seems like it's like something that's never going to happen to you. I don't know how to explain it without coming across. Hopefully, you guys know what I'm talking about when you're younger, like, and even in high school, you have that, like, because you haven't lived life, you haven't seen what life does. You know what I'm saying? You're like so innocent, and you just think that only happens to like, I don't know. I know, but you do. I mean, there are things that happen in your high school. So I mean, you do know that it does happen to, people. I guess unless you've experienced it, somebody really close to you at that age. All right, hold on. Let me just get this video before I start making less and less sense. um, hey Becky, what's up? I want to do a video this weekend though. I was thinking about either doing it later or tomorrow on like other true crime cases. But I am so behind. Like, I know that Casey White case is going on, and then I know Barry White. Oh my God, what am I talking about? Barry Morphy. That little interview came out that I was gonna play for you guys. I'm sure a lot of you guys already seen that. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me just get the name of his channel so I could give him a shout out real quick. Hold on one second. I gotta find what it's called now, because I downloaded the video, but usually, hold on one second. Okay, so the name of his channel is Thomas is Insane. Is the video we're gonna be watching. Thomas is Insane. That's the name of this guy's channel. Okay. All right. So let's just watch it. Okay, hold on a second. Okay. So yeah, I'll just play it all. I just wanted to make sure if it starts right at it. Okay. I know, I'm sorry, I said very white. Hey, first one. Oh, I got my tooth fixed, guys. Yes. So, you know how things feel so much bigger in your mouth. I think it's like half of my tooth. I'm like, because it's my very back one. Okay, I have all my teeth, never had any pulled. Knock on wood. I only have a few cavities. That's all. So it's the very back one. And when I look in the mirror, like, it's not on the outside. So I figured it was the whole inside half broke off, because I could feel like my gum. You could feel it in your mouth. You're like, man, I don't normally feel it like that. And there's a sharp edge. So he goes in there and he's like, oh, your cavity just fell out. So it wasn't, I guess, I'm sure some of my tooth might have come out with it. I don't know. He just said, oh, your cavity fell out. Because I remember it like chewing on it. I was eating popcorn. I'm like, oh, and then I swallowed the cavity. I thought it was a kernel. And then all of a sudden my mouth feels different. And there's a sharp, little jagged, sharp edge. And so he like gave me 2 shots of Novocaine. My whole eye was numb. Like, they've never given me 2 of them before. He gave me one, and like 2 minutes later, he's like, I'm gonna give you another one. I'm thinking, already feeling the first one. I was about to tell him, no, I already feel the first one, but I was like, well, maybe he knows what he's doing. And like, so my eye, it felt like, I'm sure my eye really wasn't, but it felt like my eye was swollen almost halfway shut the whole time. But anyway, yeah, man, we still have to play your video. I saw your email. I've been so behind just trying to I've just been like in the zone of editing so much, and I'm like, I got to get back to Batman. I got to get back to my emails, and I just haven't responded to anybody. I've been just trying to keep busy. I've been just busy with this, looking into this case really, and like making little videos. I made probably like 10 videos in the last couple days, just like little short ones on this case. They're so much more fun. True crime, I love true crime. I love making my videos, but like, that's why I tend to just do more lives when I do the true crime. But because editing true crime videos, if I like bring any humor into it or use any fun like editing, people are like, oh, like, a lot of people don't have a sense of humor, and some people take offense to that and stuff. But this case enables me to like use humor, like bring in little silly like edits and stuff, and nobody's gonna like get mad and be like, you're not taking this serious. You know what I'm saying? We're allowed to do it with cases like this, kind of. So it's just, I don't know, it's just been a lot more fun editing these ones because I'm able to just be goofy and just have fun with it. So I just been editing a lot of like little pre-recorded. um so oh, thanks, Bammy. Okay, so let's play this video so we could chat about it. And then another one, or was that you? Maybe it was that you, Heavenly Clouds, or was that somebody else? Okay, one person was telling me about this, and then maybe it wasn't you, Heavenly Clouds. You might have been the one to tell me about that one audio recording from Australia, which is interesting. We're going to listen to a part of that, which kind of got me to because, you remember how, I was going back and forth debating about like his finger, like who's telling the truth. Like, of course, I think Amber is the aggressor. She's the abuser, but I do think Johnny reacted, and I do think they are each telling their side of it, so like the whole finger thing where we've heard recordings where he's like chop my finger off and just different things where I was like, gosh, I wish I knew for sure. But this video recording audio that somebody in the comments, I think it was Heavenly Cows, directed me to it. So we're going to watch that. We're going to listen to part of that too, which kind of cleared that up for me. So yeah, definitely her on that finger. Wait, which one did you send me, Jar? Or Gaily? I can't call Gaily. Like, I keep forgetting that too. Okay, let me just play this video real quick and I'll be in the chat.
Those of you who saw my video, Why is Amber Heard an Abusive Narcissistic Bitch? You might remember me mention that Amber's best friend died in a car accident when Amber was 16 years old, because among other things, I thought it could help explain why she was, an abusive narcissistic bitch. And if you have mega chat energy and also watch my video Amber Heard and Patrick Bateman are the same person, you might remember me making this joke. And even though Amber hasn't killed anyone in real life like Patrick Bateman did in the film, or at least I don't think she has. And despite being pretty damn certain that there was no chance in hell that Amber had actually killed anyone, well, it turns out that I might have been wrong after all, as one of my viewers brought to light an insane rumor that, if true, would honestly explain a lot of things. That being that Amber was the one responsible for her best friend's death, because as the rumor goes, Amber was drunk and behind the wheel when the accident that took her best friend's life occurred. And upon further investigation, I could say that there is a lot of merit to this rumor, and I will explain my investigation step by step in this video. So the first thing that I did was Google Amber Heard vehicular manslaughter, as that was the exact terminology the viewer used in their comment, and I thought it'd lead to the best results. And I was honestly shocked at what I found, because other than finding pages and pages of search results discussing this rumor as I had predicted, I only found a single Reddit post discussing it, which itself included a mugshot of Amber dated back to December 9th, 2003, when Amber was only 17 years old, and a record of what supposedly shows Amber receiving a ticket for driving while her license was suspended on the very same day the mugshot was taken. Now, before going balls deep, aka 4 inches deep into my investigation, the first thing that I did was make sure that this record was legitimate and not fabricated. And to do so, I googled the cause number shown right here, only to find that the same crime was attributed to Amber Heard on multiple different websites, meaning that the record was in fact legit. So right away, 2 things stood out to me about this case. The first being what the ticket was for, because other than receiving a ticket for speeding and failing to stop at a stop sign, or something you'd honestly expect from an inexperienced teenage driver behind the wheel of a vehicle, Amber received a ticket for driving while her license was suspended, which means that her license had in fact been suspended in the past, which is surprising given that she was only 17 years old at the time. And the second thing that stood out to me is the fact that she was detained and that this mugshot exists, as he normally wouldn't be arrested for driving with a suspended license. Of course, you still don't want to drive with a suspended license, because if you get caught, you can get hit with hard fines and just add to your suspension. But therein lies the catch, however. An officer has to catch you driving the suspended license to know that you are driving with a suspended license, as they wouldn't pull you over for no good reason. Well, unless you're black, that is.
You know why I pulled you over?
Cause I was speeding?
No, cause you're black.
And considering that Amber's a white girl and not a black guy, this means that she was pulled over for a good reason. And what was that reason, you might ask? Well, that's the problem. Nobody knows. And by nobody, I mean nobody outside of Amber or the arresting officers or the courts or anyone else involved. This is because this incident happened when she was still a minor. And the second somebody turns 18, their juvenile record becomes sealed, meaning that any felonies they committed prior to the 18th birthday will be hidden and remain hidden unless a future case granting access to them occurs. And other than extreme cases like murder, This applies to all felonies, including DWIs and involuntary manslaughter to name a few. For example, if somebody's arrested for driving while intoxicated when they're 16 years old, it will show on their juvenile record until they're 18. But the second they turn 18, their juvenile record is sealed and the DWI will be hidden. However, if that same person is arrested for driving while intoxicated again in the future, say when they're 21, the prosecution could request that person's juvenile record be unsealed, in which case the DWI the person received when they're 16 will show up again on their juvenile record and will remain there forever. Because just like a can of Chef Boyardee's raviolis, the second you unseal a person's juvenile record, it can't be resealed. I hope that makes sense to everybody. This stuff is honestly really confusing, and I want everyone to be on the same page while watching this video. So tying all of this back into Amber, let's say that Amber was arrested for driving while intoxicated, which is very possible given that she was pulled over for some reason in the first place. The fact that she received a DWI would not show in her juvenile record, as DWIs are felonies, and her juvenile record is yet to be unsealed. However, the fact that she received a ticket for driving with a suspended license does show in her juvenile record, as driving with a suspended license is a misdemeanor rather than a felony, and unlike felonies, misdemeanors are not hidden from a person's juvenile record when it's sealed. So two questions arise from this. The first being, why was Amber pulled over when she received the ticket for driving with a suspended license? And the second being, why was Amber's license suspended in the first place? This leads me to this screenshot, which was also included in the Reddit post, which is the timeline of her driving with a suspended license misdemeanor, as the same cause number that I looked up earlier can be found here. The first listed event was on January 29th, 2004, in which it says CNV, original C&I doc filed, with CNV meaning convicted, C&I meaning charge and indictment, and doc meaning doc-ock.
Hello, Peter.
No, I'm kidding, it means documents. Now, even though charged and indicted sound like one and the same, there is a key difference between the two of them, as charged just simply means that somebody's been convicted of a crime, whereas indicted means that somebody's been convicted of a serious crime. As I stated earlier, driving with a suspended license is a misdemeanor, and because so would not call for an indictment. So what was Amber Heard indicted on? Well, let's look at more context clues to find out, or to at least give ourselves a better idea as to what she was indicted on. The last listed event concerning this driving with a suspended license ticket was on November 8th, 2007, in which it says NOT, which is short for notes, followed by recall card issued. And even though the wording of this is strange, this means that a card, or in this case a driver's license, that was recalled, or in this case retracted, was issued, or in this case given to Amber. Or in other words, the driver's license that they retracted for Amber was given back to her on November 8th, 2007, 3 years and 11 months after being given the ticket for driving with a suspended license in the first place, meaning that her license was suspended for at least 3 years and 11 months, more likely at least 4 years. And even though penalties for crimes do differ from state to state, in general they are the same when regarding driver license suspension, and regardless of what state Amber lived in. In her case, Texas. Accumulating a 4-year suspension at only 17 years old is nothing short of fucking crazy, meaning that at the ripe age of 17 years old, Amber Heard managed to be a pretty big piece of shit. And who said she wasn't talented? So now that we know that Amber Heard has been a pretty big piece of shit since a young age, the next question is, what felonies did she commit to accumulate a 4-year suspension so quickly? So even though there are many crimes that could lead to one's driver license being suspended, even those that have nothing to do with driving a motored vehicle, accumulating a 4-year suspension so quickly is difficult to say the least. And because of that, the most logical next step to take is to look at the most serious offenses with the longest possible suspensions. According to this document provided by the Texas Department of Motor Safety, the two felonies that draw the longest possible driver license suspensions are intoxicated manslaughter and intoxicated assault, each having a max driver license suspension of 2 years, which means that Amber Heard almost guaranteed committed at least one of these felonies, if not both of them, considering Amber Heard's propensity for assaulting people.
I fucking was hitting you.
We can safely say that intoxicated assault is very much a possibility, because not only did she assault Johnny Depp on multiple occasions, but she assaulted her ex-girlfriend Tasia Van Ree as well, who she dated for 4 years before ever meeting Johnny Depp. And this leads us to the crux of the video, the meat and potatoes if you will. Did Amber Heard kill her best friend in a car accident when she was only 16 years old? Well, like I said earlier in the video, a person's juvenile record becomes sealed the second they turn 18. And unless their juvenile record is unsealed, there is no way of knowing what felonies they've committed prior to their 18th birthday. And because vehicular manslaughter would qualify as one of these hidden felonies, nobody can know for sure whether or not Amber Heard did kill her best friend in a car accident other than Amber herself, the responding police officers and paramedics, those working on the case, and those affected by the potential death. After all, we don't even know what her best friend's name was or what she looked like, as Amber only briefly mentioned her once during an interview in 2007. Maybe she's one of the girls pictured in this photo, maybe she's not. But giving Amber a benefit of the doubt that she honestly doesn't deserve and assuming that she's telling the truth and that her best friend did die in a car accident when she was 16, this would place her best friend's death somewhere between 2002 and 2003, which is right where Amber's reign of terror occurred, in which she accumulated a 4-year suspension on her driver's license. Considering her history of lies and deception, we can't even 100% believe Amber when she says that her best friend died in a car accident, as it would be such an Amber thing to do, wouldn't it? To lie about her best friend dying in a car crash for sympathy points? But what is perhaps even more of an Amber thing to do is to tell people that her best friend died in a car crash for sympathy points, but keep the fact that she was the one responsible out of it. Just as how she gained sympathy points early on for the very few times Johnny Depp was aggressive towards her, when in reality Johnny was acting in defense against Amber's own abuse. So the only way we can know for sure whether or not Amber did kill her best friend in a car crash is if her juvenile record is unsealed, which will not happen in the current Depp versus Heard case, as both parties are suing each other for defamation and libel, and none of them are actually being prosecuted for any criminal offenses such as abuse. However, if enough evidence that Amber did in fact abuse Johnny Depp is accumulated, it is very possible that one, if not multiple jurisdictions pursue criminal charges against her, and if the lawyers representing one of these jurisdictions request her juvenile record be unsealed, and if the request is granted, then her juvenile record would become available for the whole world to see. And even though that was a lot of ifs I just listed, it's very possible that this series of events will happen in the near future. Like I said at the beginning of this video, this rumor has very little exposure at this moment in time, and it's possible that people working closely on the case have not heard about it. The whole point of unsealing someone's juvenile record is to help prosecutors in their prosecution. So if this rumor is brought to light, it could very well make the difference between Amber being incarcerated for her crimes or avoiding jail time altogether, because at the very least she assaulted someone when she was drunk, which will help prosecutors in their prosecution that Amber's an abuser, and at worst she killed her best friend in a car accident, which will just go to show Amber's true character. It would show that she thought it was okay to drive drunk with her best friend in the passenger seat, knowing full well that she was risking her life, her best friend's life, and other people's lives as well. And speaking of true character, if you guys really want justice for Johnny Depp like you say you do, then you will do everything in your power to get this video out. So like, comment, share. It hardly takes any time to do all three, and it's the least you could do to get justice for Johnny Depp and Amber's many other victims. I made this video for Amber's victims and no one else, and because so, I can safely say that I've done my part in helping Johnny Depp get the justice he deserves. Now it's time to do yours.
So what do you guys think? Pretty interesting. I mean, I don't think it should really have any effect on this case because she was a minor. I mean, we all do stupid things, but it's just interesting. I don't agree that I think it should affect this case, but I know you guys will disagree on that one. But I mean, think about when you're 16. Like if you were if you were judged on everything you did when you were a teenager, and that all was like, well, then we'd all. Well, I don't know, we'd all, but like you said, I did. I drove drunk. I don't know. I know a lot of my friends did too, and I don't know, but I just thought it was interesting. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that that's possible? I think that's a good chance that she probably did, because for her to lose her license for 4 years when she was a teenager, like all the points he brought up, I think that she probably did. I bet you that is what happened, which is sad. I mean, that's probably hard to. That was probably something that really affected her. Maybe even made her a little thing to add it onto her, making her this crazy oh, what is the word I'm looking for? Borderline? I don't know. Okay, so yeah, I don't think it does either, but I think it's just interesting. I just wanted to share it because I thought it was pretty interesting. People in the comments, I try to like look at the comments and then people would direct me. And another thing that they directed me to is that audio that I'm going to play for you a little later. I'm going to play that a little bit later. I want to go through some of these clips I put together of this body language expert that Court TV had on, and also it was some other channel had her on. It's the same lady. She's pretty interesting. I know Behavior Panel did a video, but like they just did it, so I'm not gonna play their video. I'm gonna let their video have time to get the views on its own. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, since they just did the recent one. That wouldn't be right if I played it right now. But I do want to play the other couple clips. They're just like shorter clips I put together of this lady that's been basically analyzing this. Hey, Single Pringle. And yeah, fish head. I said my cavity fell out, didn't I? I wanted to say when I read that, my filling, you're right. My filling fell out, not my cavity. I think that's what you're like, your filling fell out? Yeah, my filling. Oh my god. I don't think sometimes I say silly things. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that could go into like somebody like it could be a pattern, like as far as like what happened when if she did kill her best friend. If it's like in a pattern where she's just this spoiled brat that got away with everything as a kid, did like just kept repeating mistakes, which very well could. I mean, maybe she was then, like I would judge her. But just on that part as a kid, I don't know. But like if I see like a bunch of stuff like where she's just doing like reckless things, not learning from them and just keep repeating them and getting away with them, spoiled, getting bailed out, then yeah, I would say screw you. But I don't know. I only have this instance as a teenager, so I'm not sure. I don't want to judge just on one instance. But that's true. They're probably knowing her probably is many. She seems like she might be like a spoiled. Well, I don't know. No, maybe not though. Not spoiled as far as like her parents, because her her childhood, like her family life, what it doesn't seem like she was. I mean, who knows though? Who knows? I mean, I know her dad was an addict. Supposedly her mom was too, but I don't really know much history of because we heard like about her dad in her testimony, but she didn't really talk about her mom yet, right? Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm saying. So how would she have a sense of entitlement from her childhood if her childhood, her parents were heroin addicts? That wouldn't. I feel like that wouldn't like not at least not as a child. It wouldn't make that like she would. Where did she get that sense of entitlement then? You know what I'm saying though? It doesn't seem like it was her family life that gave her that from like if I don't know. I mean, I guess when I see like heroin addicts, it doesn't seem like that would be something like that she brought up with this like who knows though, everybody's different. Maybe they were heroin addicts and somehow they were able to spoil her and she got everything she wanted. I mean, I guess it's still possible. Hey, Miss Leah. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you heard her. Who knows? I guess, but like Johnny, I get you would think so because Johnny knows her parents. Don't you think they would have somehow called her out for that lying? Wouldn't he know? Because he would have at least known her dad. I don't know if they would have brought that up in his testimony or in trial or not. Because you think he would know at least somewhat from being around her family. So okay, so the next one I'm gonna play is like a clip. I clipped together a bunch of not a bunch, it's probably like 4 clips of that body, language expert. I forget what her name is. It's some woman that Court TV had on, and also this other, news channel had her on. So, let me get that real quick. How's everybody doing though? I missed you guys. Like I said, I just been editing away though. Getting ready for next week because it's gonna be a long week, every day, like 7 hours live streaming. I'm looking forward to it. I cannot wait for the cross exam. Okay, so where am I at? Compilation. This one right here. All right. Sugar Buddha. Hey Steven. Did she get away with this completely? No, I don't know. I mean, I don't think she did any jail time, but you talking about if she killed her best friend, she got her license suspended for a while, but I don't know if she got any jail time for it. That's a good point. We don't know. It doesn't show because that part is sealed. The only part that's not sealed is when she got picked up while her license was already suspended and for driving under suspended license. So that could have been after her jail. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know if she spent any time in jail. It doesn't say. Maybe not, though. That would be interesting to know if she just did that and didn't get any jail time, which is chances are she might not have. She might have just got probation, suspended license, and probably community service. A lot of people do get that. And then some people don't. It just depends. When stuff like that happens, it depends. But I don't know. She may have, and we're never gonna know because it's sealed. Um, Hey, Kristalina, what's up? What's up? Oh, thanks, Sugar Buddha. How are you doing? Muffin Top, Kelly Sue, Kathy. Okay, so let's hey Angela, Mamma Mia, is Tennessee? I saw you Tennessee in here earlier. I didn't get to just say hi. It was when the thing was playing. Oh, really? Oh, are you talking about the incident in Australia, or what are you talking about, Penny? That's true. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like that kind of okay, yes, that's true. Being pretty and then how somehow using that to her advantage, like using her looks to get what she wants. Yes, that's true. Definitely. Um, and her poor sister was probably like the opposite, where she got like the crappy end of everything, Hey, Anaphylaxis, Tennessee. All right, so let me play this here. God, I hate that. You know what? Before this started, I kept trying to figure out why it does that. And because I have 3 lights on this side and I'm trying to like see, and there's no way. There's nothing I could do to make it stop. I've turned off each one to see if it was one of them. It's none of them singly. I don't know why it does that. It's so annoying though. It's like if I just lean this way. Gosh. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna play this.
The video of Amber from yesterday. On the first day of her testimony, she talked about falling in love with Johnny as well as some of the alleged domestic abuse. Now, warning to our viewers, some of Amber's testimony is disturbing. Take a look.
I thought he was the love of my life. And he was. He was. But he was also this other thing. And that other thing was awful. He's like grabbing my breasts. He's touching my thighs. He rips my underwear off, proceeds to do a cavity search. He said he was looking for his drugs, his cocaine, his coke.
Wow. That was just a little snippet. There's a whole lot that's been happening in the courtroom. So to help us make sense of it all, please welcome our favorite body language expert, who, by the way, spent 18 years as an investigator with federal law enforcement. She's also CEO of the Body Language Institute, Janine Driver. Janine,
hey, Janine.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm happy to be here. I train clandestine spies too, but don't tell anybody.
Whoa. Well, now everyone knows.
Janine, I love getting your insight on this trial. And to give you some more credibility, you actually trained the FBI and the CIA on all of this stuff. So after watching Amber's testimony yesterday, you've been in the courtroom, you're following this very closely. In your opinion, what did her body language reveal?
In my expert opinion, what I'm seeing with her body language and with her words that we'll get to in a bit too, there's a lot of deception happening here. And one of the hardest ways to spot liars is when they embed parts of the story that are truthful. And that's what's happening, in my opinion. That's what's happening here with Amber on the stand.
Yeah, I wasn't buying those tears.
It looks strange, and obviously we're looking here at her body language, but also people were talking about what she's saying. They're saying that Amber changed tenses a lot during her testimony. What does this mean?
So you may remember Susan Smith. She drowned her 2 young sons in the early 90s. She was dating a guy who didn't want to date a woman with children anymore. Susan Smith had these fake crocodile tears that we see with Amber on the stand. No tears, right? We have an ear, nose, and throat doctor for a reason. They're all connected. When someone cries, you see a deep swallow and see that. And what Susan Smith said is, I loved my boys. They were still searching for her boys. She used the wrong tense. We look for the wrong tense. What's happening here is Amber is saying, he slapped me, slap. So in past tense, the past tense to current tense, and this is ebbing and throwing through all of her stories. And as a matter of fact, she didn't even say he hit me. She left out that pronoun, so that wasn't even in there.
I actually want our viewers to see that since you brought it up. We have some footage of that.
It was that simple. I just laughed because I thought he was joking. And slapped me across the face.
Yeah.
There it is. Slap me across the face, not slap.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow. Okay. So I'm like just blown
so
away by this
interesting.
entire thing. Yeah, because I'm like, why do people just destroy each other like this? But let's get to, I mean, your expertise, because this is fascinating. Were there other parts of Amber's testimony that raised red flags for you? Like she started and stopped sentences a lot.
Right. So stop sentences, we like to say in law enforcement, it's like a scar that you have on your body. The reason you have a scar is a piece of your skin is now missing, and you're threading the two pieces together on either ends. When someone has stop sentences, the reason we pick up on it as not being someone who's telling the truth is because a scar is created. She has removed something from the story here. So she does have start sentences several times. I myself am a survivor of domestic violence. If I were to tell you my story, there are no stops. It goes all the way through. So this is, she's leaving out parts of her story. And she does this interesting sound effect called tutting. I think you may have pulled a clip for it.
Yeah, we have it.
So she was upset.
So, okay, let me just play devil's advocate for a second. Is that possibly something that can happen due to trauma as well? Like the start-stop, the different things that you're referring to right now?
Well, first of all, Sam did it at the beginning of this segment. So Sam, when you were introducing this segment and talked about that there's some graphic information we're about to hear, you tut-tutted introducing this segment. We all tut-tut. Our grandmother used to do it when you'd sit at the table with her baseball hat on at Thanksgiving. Take that off, young lady. So we are tut-tutting throughout the day. You're looking for where it's out of place. Sam, it makes sense. She's tut-tutting because this is, I'm in trouble. This is, you know, I'm disliking what I'm experiencing here. It's annoyance and impatience. And it's like, I can't stand this. Where we're hearing these tut-tuts throughout Amber's testimony, it's out of place for someone that's just telling the truth. It makes sense with Sam. Or if I say, what do you guys want for lunch today? You might go, I don't know what I want for lunch.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Okay, so now that we have all seen, you especially, both Johnny and Amber's testimonies, in your opinion, who's being truthful and who do you think was the aggressor?
In my expert opinion, training over 60,000 law enforcement people just last year alone, is that the aggressor is Amber. And if I could go back in time, if I was Amber's attorney, I would have asked Johnny Depp when he said he doesn't strike women, or he's never struck a woman, how to define that. What does strike mean? Our words have meaning. Maybe he hit her in self-defense while she was hitting him. But in my opinion, she is the abuser.
And what's, you know, at the end of the day, even if she is, you know, Dan Abrams said this earlier, no matter what happens, if one juror believes that she was abused just once, even if it was in quote unquote self-defense, and they say that, then she will win this case.
Right.
So.
Okay, hold on. Let me take it off and put it back on. It's cutting out. I hate when it does that. It drives me nuts. All right, let me see if I take it off and put it back on.
Just seeing my breath on the windshield, you know, on the glass of the window of the door, just seeing my breath and trying to will myself to have the strength to know what I should do in this moment, because I was heartbroken.
Amber Heard on the stand today. Wow, what a day. Trying to take a look at her testimony from a bunch of different perspectives. Let's bring in our expert to help us. Joining us in Alexandria, Virginia, New York Times bestselling author of the book You Can't Lie to Me, retired ATF investigator and world-renowned body language expert, Janine Driver, back with us. Janine, great to see you.
Nice to see you, Vinny.
Let's jump right into it and play some testimony here from Amber Heard. And this is right in the beginning of her testimony, one of the first questions that she answers.
Why are you here? I am here because my ex-husband is suing me for an op-ed I wrote.
And how do you feel about that?
I struggle to have the words. I struggle to find the words to describe how painful this is.
This is horrible for me to sit here for weeks and relive everything. Hear people that I knew, some well, some not. My ex-husband, with whom I shared a life, speak about our lives in the way that they have. This is the most painful and difficult thing I've ever gone through.
Janine Driver, what are you seeing? What are you hearing from Amber Heard there?
Listen, Vinny, I wish we had an hour together. I could do a special on this today.
Well, we have a show every night, so don't worry. We'll have plenty of time.
Good. You'll have me back. So we see just at the end of that clip there, Amber sucked in her lip and bites her lip. This is concern and stress. The nerves of our lips are stimulated by her sucking in her lip like that. It's as if back in the day when we sucked our thumb, it's that comforting gesture. So we see that. The problem with Amber in her testimony is that she does all these start-stop sentences. This is congruent with someone who is being deceptive. In the clips you played earlier, it's interesting because her percentages are off. You know, the question was, do you remember the first time you were hit? And she says yes, and she stacks the deck in the beginning. This is something we saw with Jussie Smollett, who staged a hate crime in Chicago a couple of years ago. He did a huge percent, about 60% up front in his story. The actual incident where this bad stuff happened to him was like 20%, and then a short after. We're seeing the same thing here with Amber Heard. She's stacking the deck up front. She gives us this big stress about how much cocaine he had in this bottle. She's giving us irrelevant information. Liars will often do this, Vinny. They'll give us a lot of truthful information at the front. They're stacking the deck, right? They're telling us all these things are truthful. I believe that the cocaine was there. I believe it was a big bottle. I believe they were sitting on the couch together. The problem is when she gets to the actual attack, it is such a small percent. It's maybe 15%. We have a big before, a big after. The incident itself is small. The percentages are off here. We're always looking for about 30% up front, 20 to 30%, 50% of the attack, and then we're looking for a small after. What happened after? It should be really short, maybe 10, 15, no more than 20%. And so her percentage is off. Also, I want to talk about something called statement analysis, if I may. One of the things when she said, he slapped me, I want you to re-listen to it over and over again. She doesn't say he slapped me. She says, slapped me. She drops the pronoun, and when people are being deceptive, Vinny, people will have a change in pronouns or they'll drop it. She doesn't say, he slapped me. She also changes her tense. So she goes from slapped, the first one's a slapped, the second one's a slapped, past tense. The third one is a slap. That is current tense. When people are making up a story, they'll talk in current tense. I wrote down some of the things. She then said, before I knew it, he starts crying, instead of he started crying. Her current tense to past tense is indicative of someone who's making up a story in the spot. I think parts of it are true and many of it is deceptive. And that's why anyone in law enforcement watching this, I spoke to law enforcement earlier today, it's laughable, sadly, what she's doing on the court.
Let's take a listen to some more. And this part, it gets a little more graphic. It's showing the nasty Johnny that she is painting inside the courtroom.
You know, he would make these comments about, you know, whoring myself out, but do so in the context of me acting, you know, and he would talk about other actresses who do my role in this way where they were worthless whores, that they were, you know, fame hungry, you know, expletive, you know, just this. The point is, it felt really dirty to be an actor. Never mind that he was one.
How about there? What are you seeing?
I believe this is truthful. Why? Because we're seeing her leak disgust. Her upper lip is coming up, Vinny, when she's saying, you know, calling them dirty whores, and that upper lip comes up in disgust. This body language and her tone and pitch, it's all congruent, right? So we have the same tone and pitch. She's not doing these start-stop sentences. She does pause, but continues with her sentence. This part, I believe she's telling the truth. There was disgust right there when the upper lip came up. The problem is when she talks about the attacks, and I think we'll hear it again more tomorrow when we hear about supposedly more attacks. You're going to see and hear those tense changes. The body language isn't going to be congruent with what she's telling us. She also had a couple points here. You may see it. She holds her nose slightly high. When people do this, this is extreme confidence, superiority, arrogance, and indignation. So it's out of place for a battered woman to have her head held high here. It's this smugness.
Now, Johnny Depp's head was held down low during a lot of the testimony. He's looking down, and a lot of people commenting on it. What does it mean? I mean, I don't know if he's drawing or what he's doing there, but clearly his head is down while his ex-wife is talking about their relationship.
Yeah, and he even smiles a little bit. So this is to alleviate that negative feeling and to do similar to what she did. She was writing on these notes. The interesting part here, Vinny, is usually the person that's breaking the eye contact is the person who has been abused. It's hard for them to look at the abuser, so they'll often do this eye avoidance, it's called. It's often done when someone looks away and stops looking. I can't deal with the obnoxious person that's right in front of me, and this person's not likable. And so they'll do this eye avoidance. If you've ever been in a meeting where you speak and someone does this, you immediately feel that they don't like you. It's this eye avoidance that happens when people think you're obnoxious. And many people will think, well, this is connected with deception. It is not connected with deception at all. It's connected with someone who just wants to avoid listening to an obnoxious person say whatever they're saying.
Incredible insight. Janine Driver, we shall speak again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vinny.
Ms. Heard did not have PTSD, and there were also pretty significant indications that she was grossly exaggerating symptoms of PTSD when asked about them.
It's not just about the testimony. I mean, everyone talking about Amber Heard's reaction to the testimony as it's happening inside that courtroom. Welcome back. Let's talk about her body language. Let's bring in our expert. Joining me in Alexandria, Virginia tonight, New York Times bestselling author of the book, You Can't Lie to Me, retired ATF investigator and well-renowned body language expert, Janine Driver, back with us tonight. Thanks for coming back, Janine. Just give me the big picture, and then I want to play two portions of testimony today, but big picture takeaway from what you saw from the body language from Amber Heard as she's hearing the doctor talk about her.
We don't control emotions. Emotions control us. So she's had a pretty good handle so far on her emotions while Johnny Depp is up on the stand, while other witnesses for Johnny. But what happened today was an explosive opportunity for us to analyze body language. It was so fun. I always say, Vinny, if you're going to start analyzing body language and learn about it, I always start with the forehead, right here from the nose up to the top of the forehead. I say, concern flows from the forehead to the nose. So this is where we can see concern flows from the forehead to the nose. This was lighting up today. There was some attitude here. I'm so excited to dive in a little deeper. Her body language showed up. Her emotions were tapped into today. She was not in control of her emotions today.
All right, let's begin. Let's listen to some of Dr. Shannon Curry's testimony and watch Amber Heard as the testimony is happening.
What struck me was Ms. Raquel Pennington's testimony. She's a former friend of Ms. Heard's, and she told a story about, I suppose, they were shopping for Thanksgiving accoutrements, something to prepare for Thanksgiving, and Ms. Heard struck her in the face, sort of out of the blue, which is, I thought was interesting because that is one of those signs of borderline personality disorder where if a friend or a loved one isn't meeting your needs in that moment, people with borderline personality disorder can be very caring in their relationships as long as their needs are being met. They feel that their needs should be met when they want them met at a specific level, and if they're not, then that anger, that sense of harm causes them to react. So the striking Ms. Pennington, per Ms. Pennington's report in the declaration or the testimony, I thought was pretty consistent.
Okay, Jean, what did you see? What was significant there?
All right, let's start with looking over the shoulder, okay? I always say that you can't unsee, unhear, unexperience what we talk about with body language. So try it on. When might you look over the shoulder when you suddenly lack confidence? So this was most likely unexpected for her, or she didn't, at least how she's feeling about it was unexpected. That turn over her shoulder, what it is scanning for a connection with somebody, whoever she turned to, and it's looking for understanding and acceptedness, like you accept me, you understand what I'm talking about. And so she's trying to connect there. We talked last night about this smirk, this contempt. It's on one side of our face. It happens literally, Vinny, in an 18th of a second. It's called a micro expression because it's micro, it's fast. We see contempt here. The big thing though are these eyebrows. I love this eyebrows to the forehead here. It happens fast and it's accurate. And so what we have here is displeasure. It is trouble. She is bothered. It's like, what bad news is coming next is what she's likely thinking in her head. And here's the interesting thing, Vinny. This is a threat or perceived threat is what's happening in her brain at this moment, and she's trying to control her anger. So when we see this, I say it's the WTF face, right? If you did something when you were a kid, your parents would do that little look like, knock it off. And so she's doing that, knock it off.
Let's take a look at the doctor again, because her credibility is significant in this case as well, right? She's coming up with an opinion about Amber Heard. Let's watch her on cross-examination.
You were, in fact, so excited about being involved in this case that you told your husband, even though this was a highly confidential matter, that you were going to be conducting the examination of Ms. Heard, didn't you?
That is not accurate.
You not only told your husband, but you told Ms. Heard that you told your husband, correct?
Ms. Bredehoff, that is not accurate.
What is accurate?
You're incorrect. That is not correct.
Is your testimony today under oath that you did not tell your husband that you were going to be conducting the examination of Amber?
That is my testimony.
Okay, Janine, what did you see there?
Listen, I got to tell you, she's my favorite on the stand. I was riveted. I took so many notes. I have a little mind map here of all my notes. It was amazing. And then Cross came along. And what I saw, Vinny, and I'm sure you felt it too, is this uncertainty here. The strongest denial is a no. And so when I say to Roger Clemens, did you cheat in the game of baseball? Did you take steroids? He said, how do I prove a negative? How do I prove a negative? What are you talking about, Roger Clemens? When people are withholding information from us, it'll come out in a convoluted way. Casey Anthony was asked about the smell in the trunk of her car. You may remember the grandmother called and said, it smells like there's been a dead body in the trunk of the damn car. And Casey Anthony, when asked by police what's up with the smell, she said, dead squirrels climbed up in my engine and died. What is that, zombie squirrels? It makes no sense. So here we hear the doctor, instead of saying a flat out no, we see her smile, leaking sadness twice, and this little teeny smile, and then says this convoluted answer. So this is indicative of someone that's holding something back. Does it mean she's lying? No, maybe she said that to stroke, the ego of an egomaniac already, right? So who knows what the story, but if I was their attorney, I would have in this moment asked about the smile. I would have asked about the giggle. I would have asked about the sadness on her face. I would have noticed it, asked about it, and I would have said, then what did happen? Walk me through what happened. I like to say this expression, tell me everything from the beginning. So when she came in with regard to this, tell me everything from the beginning. So this is a hot spot, Vinny. Oh, I didn't like to see it inside. I was like, oh, she was such a good witness for Johnny Depp. And then this puts uncertainty, I think, in the jurors' minds. It certainly put uncertainty in mine. If you're withholding from here, or even just being deceptive here, what else are you withholding from us with your evaluation? And if you're deceptive here, what else are you going to be deceptive about? So that was kind of a weak part for me. I was disappointed to see it. Again, the weakest denials are those absolutely, what kind of person do you think I am? I'd have to be stupid to do something like that. Did you cheat on your husband? The answer should be no. Have you ever taken heroin? The answer should be no. Not absolutely not. What kind of person do you think I am? That's not a true story. That's not facts. And then there's like this double talk. It happens when people are withholding information. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's something small, but there's certainly.
It could have something to do with muffins. Here. I don't know. Janine Driver, you never hold back. Thank you so much. We'll talk again.
Thanks, Vinny.
So, but see, I disagree, not of her analysis on the psychologist, Dr. Curry, but I think it's not going to affect the jury because as a person, as me, like I'm not an expert in behavior language. Body language, sorry. I didn't notice those little things on her. So I don't think the jury that are just like everyday people, I don't think they're gonna look at those reactions and catch, oh, she's holding back, oh, she's lying, oh, that, you know what I'm saying? Because they're not experts on that. So I don't think that part I don't think they would have picked up everything that she picked up on the psychologist. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully it didn't hurt her testimony is my point, because they might not even have saw that stuff, because I didn't see that stuff. I thought she did really awesome on cross exam, but goes to show you I'm not an expert on body language. So yeah, what do you guys think on that? Well, who came in that I wanted to say, hey, Tasha Dyson, what's up? What, BPD, bipolar, only just diagnosed in her late 50s. Yeah. Wait, I think they asked her if she discussed the situation with her husband, and she said no. That's the deception. Wait, what do you mean, crocheting? I mean, that's probably, she probably maybe did discuss it. Was that the part you're saying? But the thing is those little things that she picked up, the expert, I don't think the jury would have probably picked them up. I could be wrong, but wait, Zavgirl, did you pick up when Amber stared Johnny down? She said she got it. I don't know. I picked up a couple times where she looked at him. It was obvious that she was looking at him. I don't remember if that was one. Is that one of the times? I know I like Dr. Curry. I think she did awesome. I was so glad that she was there for Dr. Hughes's testimony. I loved it. I loved when Elaine called her. Oh, that's what I need to do. I'm gonna do a little clip later, like a little short on when she calls her Dr. She calls Dr. Hughes Dr. Curry twice, and her reaction. I gotta write that down. That's one of the things I'm gonna do it. Make a little cute little video. Hold on. It'll okay. Doctor, or wait. Hold on. I thought it was so hilarious. And then, especially the second time she called her that, her reaction, she got both times she got mad, you could tell, but she was more noticeable the second time. I just wish they would have showed more of Dr. Curry's as she was testifying instead of having it on Johnny. I wish they would have had it on Dr. Curry, because she was sitting in the front row right there, where obviously the camera picked up because they showed her at one point. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna do a little video, guys. You guys go watch my short videos. They're not really getting that many views, and maybe, I don't know, maybe because some people say they're not getting the recommended. And they're really short ones that I've been doing. They're funny. I've been having so much fun with them. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to show you, hold on one second. She did it twice. Yeah, twice. It was so awesome. I loved it. Yeah, I don't think so either, Gailey. I don't either, because I didn't pick up. I thought she did awesome. So if they're not a bunch of a jury that are all experts on body language, which probably none of them are, because they probably wouldn't that wouldn't make a good jury member, I would think, right? I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong, but you know what I'm saying? That they're not all like body language experts. They're not going to pick up on it. The everyday person's not going to pick up on that stuff. Like I said, I'm not saying that lady is wrong. She's probably 100% right, but just an everyday person wouldn't pick up on it. I love Dr. Curry. Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking. So go back. The last couple days, I probably put out like 10 videos on just like little short videos. I'm planning on doing more. I have a couple more that I even have, and I haven't uploaded yet, because I'm like, I'm probably getting so annoying with all these, but I just been having so much fun making them. Well, thanks. Oh, thanks, Kathy. Linda. So let me see what else I got. Gosh, you know what? That light, does anybody know how I could get that to stop doing it? I'm trying to think. So I lean this way. Is it? God, maybe if I sit closer, but then I'm going to be off center. Drives me nuts. I don't know why it bothers me so much. Okay. All right, so let me see what I want to do next. It's like an obsession with me that Jesus is a lighting. Yeah. Okay, so what else? So I did that one. I did the body language. I did. I couldn't find the whole clip. I'll just do the, like, you know, I'm sure you guys, this is an old video, but when they're talking to what's her, Amber's sister Whitney, you remember what reality show was that on? Because I'm trying to find the whole clip. I'll show you what part what video I'm talking about. I just have a part of it, but I want to find the whole clip where the lady's asking her about the marks on her right here.
Oh, thank you. Got into an altercation.
I can't believe Amber beat your ass. Okay, did you really start the fight with your sister, or did she start it? For real, for real, for real.
We're not gonna talk about that.
She really did whoop your butt.
Does anybody know? Because I can't find, I mean, I can only find the one part, and I know there's got to be more to it. But I'm trying to, it's supposedly from some reality show or something. What was it? I don't know. I guess we got the most important parts, I guess we got, but anyway. All right. And now let's see, what else do I got? What else do I got? So I have that one. It's from here, I'll show you. Incredibly Average or whatever. This is from, like, he put this out, I think it was like last year. So it's not like a new video that he put out. So it's from Australia, from the incident that happened in Australia. Now let's recap. Let's remember what Amber said happened that night, you guys. That's the night she said that Johnny bent her over and penetrated her with that, was it a vodka bottle or whatever, the liquor bottle, okay? And that there was glass all over, you know, she cut up her feet. Did he say, I'm trying to think, I forget it. Did she say that he hit her at all besides he bent her over? Was there a punch that day too? Does anybody remember? And remember, then she says she goes upstairs, falls asleep. When she wakes up to Johnny with his finger missing. And he's been up all night and his finger's missing. So she claims basically that she was sleeping when the whole finger got cut off incident. This is her testimony from last week, right? So she admits throwing a liquor bottle, remember? But that's not, supposedly in her words, that's not what caused the finger to be cut off, right? And then so he basically penetrates her with the bottle. She goes upstairs, bam, wakes up, his finger's off, okay? So this audio is going to show you a whole different scenario, which we knew that wasn't how it went down. Like any of the sexual stuff, like, that is so ridiculous, like 100%, like totally made up. Like, I can't even believe that she added that stuff in. I mean, that's just horrible. And that's what I don't understand with the whole op-ed, because the title says sexual violence. Why aren't they stressing that? Because I think that's really important for Johnny to win, because it's not only if Johnny just reacted and hit her, because she says sexual violence. So they have to, if they have any doubt that he did any of the sexual stuff, I think he should win. Don't you guys? Because that would be a lie. So I don't know how that's working, because why wouldn't his lawyers stress that? Because that would be huge, you know, I think. How many guys? Okay, so they did say he punching and hitting. So they did say that, okay, because I couldn't remember if she said he actually hit her that day too. So she said that he actually hit her, and then then penetrated her with the bottle. And then, like, she's walking all this glass, goes upstairs, passes out, and then she wakes up, his finger's off. So we'll hear that that's not what happened. I'm going to play his video. It's Incredibly Average. He puts up the subtitle, or what he thinks, you know, they're saying. Now, there's some parts that's really hard to hear, so I'm not sure if that's what she's saying. I'm trusting that he's right on it. I haven't got a chance to put it in the editor and really go through it to see, because right before this, I just put it in the editor, and I was going to turn it up, just like increase the volume and play, and just like play it like that. But the background noise and everything is so loud that I'm just not going to, it'd be like, it would hurt our ears doing it that way. So it would take me time to go through it, and just those clips where she's it's hard to hear what she's saying. I would have to clear up that audio. I haven't had time to do that. So that's why I kind of want to listen with you guys and then maybe stop it and be like, maybe like try to listen to it again and be like, is that what she's saying? I think he's got most of it right. He might have all of it right, but there's just some parts that are really hard to hear. But it's definitely not what she said on the stand at all. How many of you guys already saw it though? Is basically what or how many of you guys have heard this already? Yeah, you'll see. You'll see the doctors there, the nurses there. Here, I'll play it. I'm gonna play it in a minute. So you'll see that the doctor comes in, the nurse comes in, they get Johnny out of there to the hospital. Amber's still there, and you could hear Amber talking, and she's freaking out, and she's talking to the doctor, the nurse. The doctor is like telling Jerry, the guy that Jerry Judge, the guy that died. Man, I wish he was alive because now she's using him. She's saying a couple things about him, and he can't sit there and say she's lying. Like, remember the one incident where she said Johnny hit her and made her nose bleed, and then she walked out of the hotel room and Jerry like handed her like a handkerchief to wipe her nose. That's probably a lie, but we can't even freaking like he's gone now. So of course you're gonna say all this stuff because he can't say that you're freaking lying, you know? So I hope well, hopefully not everybody's heard it. Hopefully it's new to some people. And it won't be boring for you. Okay, so I was gonna like skip it right to the recording, but this guy does a good job to kind of just explain who everybody is. So I'm gonna play it mostly like the whole beginning. I'm just gonna cut out the very intro. His name's Incredibly Average. Like I said, this is from like a year or two ago. He uploaded it. So hold on one second. Must have took a lot of work because putting in subtitles, it takes forever because you can't just use the automatic subtitles because they get it so wrong. I mean, it's so wrong, you know, especially something like this. So he had to go in and put in like everyone. I mean, it takes so long. I remember doing the Watts one. Oh my God. And then even the one where I did the EVP. I mean, it's a long process. So this guy spent a lot of time on this video. Okay, here we go.
For reasons only she knows. Taking place in Queensland, Australia on March 8, 2015, mere moments after she claimed to have been physically assaulted, pushed, punched repeatedly, choked, slammed, and dragged naked over broken glass, allegedly leaving her with a swollen nose, a busted bloody lip, and countless slashes all over her arms, legs, feet, and body. The Sun newspaper, who Johnny Depp is suing for defamation, has not only parroted these ever-changing allegations, but are now helping her by adding claims that she was also sexually assaulted during this alleged incident. Johnny Depp. Johnny has submitted evidence that he was the one assaulted during this incident, with Amber throwing a large vodka bottle, breaking and severing his finger, and burning his face with a cigarette. Dr. David Kipper and Nurse Debbie Lloyd. Amber Heard would have you believe this duo, who specialize in addiction, were solely tasked with helping Johnny, but as you listen to the audio, you'll realize they are very much present to help deal with Amber, who is having what I can only describe, in my opinion, as a manic episode. Make note that during the entire audio, not only does Amber not speak as someone who just moments earlier had been physically and sexually assaulted, but these medical professionals, along with everyone else present that you'll hear, are not even acknowledging any existence of the horrifying physical injuries Amber now claims she received. And let me make it very clear, Dr. Kipper and Debbie Lloyd are members of Amber's official medical team as well. I think she doesn't want you to know she was receiving treatment for her own addictions and psychological patterns and tendencies. In fact, their goal seems to be to calm her from her episode with Seroquel, an antipsychotic which Amber took regularly. Ben King. Ben was the estate manager for the couple's rented home while in Australia. He also flew home with Amber to drop her off with her friends and make sure she didn't kick off again. Jerry Judge. Jerry Judge, who has since passed on, may he rest in peace, can be heard in the majority of the audio. He was Johnny's head of security at the time, and it is very clear that he, at this point, was already familiar with Amber's tactics of manipulation. You'll hear him talking to others in person and on phone calls with various members of Johnny's team. There are interactions with Amber in which she appears to be scrambling to tell a story about what happened, a story that has continued to evolve to this day and, at the time, included nothing of physical or sexual abuse. I'll offer some closing comments at the end, I would really appreciate it if you stick around and didn't just take the audio without understanding the information surrounding it. So here goes.
I know it's hard. I mean, there's some of them are far away, but did you hear it? I think that, I heard those parts, but just listen really good.
I wish you fucking understood what you are and who you are and how you fucked me over and make me feel sick of myself. Where are you now? That's just someone. Because you're still finding our forgiveness with that on. He's going to need to do that. Otherwise, he's going to need to skip around. But I'm trying to find something. So, if he did this, it would have been. I can't find it here.
I should write this what? Here's what, all what?
I know, but it would have been, I looked at it, it would have been where the initial injury, well, actually, it could be in here too. So, I just, so you know, I'm going to tell her.
I'm sure Nick did. I just want a pen.
The majority of the blood, Debbie, is downstairs, but I went through that really carefully. Oh, wait a minute, there's a, someone tried to clean something out. You know, I'm really concerned because he's got a lot of pain.
A lot of pain?
Pain. He's got a lot of pain also. You saw it.
No.
But it's a very woman who's going to get infected. My reasoning, which may be wrong, should be where all the blood is, and that's down there.
Yeah, I'm going to take it. Let me go give it some hands and then I'll come back.
Yeah. I looked at it really carefully. Dad's down there. He couldn't see it either.
Okay.
Didn't find it. All right, Jerry.
Throw it in the trash and then it is.
My advice, Amber's got to take care of herself. They're going to take care of him. They can't be together now. It's going to send off and come back. So, however, Amber, I think she should be in Los Angeles with her support system. And this act runs its course. And this is not going to be 1 day. This is going to be 2 days.
How about I feel like somebody needs to fly with her.
Jerry's
She won't touch her.
she has a choice.
She has a
Yes, I don't give a shit. I mean, I know, I don't need to validate what you're saying, but.
No, but I'm just wondering if there's another person. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I asked those same questions.
Yeah, is there a trash that has bandages in it?
It works, man.
Don't mess with the house, man.
Oh, really? That's crazy.
What's your speed on?
Is he gone?
Yes. Which I feel like is maybe one of the first things we can't, when I'm get it.
Now, look through this. I looked through it once. I didn't see anything that looked like flesh. It's the same. But I bet it's in here. He's got this all over. Wait, he's going to get infected. So that we have to sell the cars.
How big of a piece of skin are you looking for?
We're looking at this. We're looking at like a third of the tip of the finger. And it's that, I mean, he's going to get cellulitis. That loves him over the food. Maybe she should have something. I told Daddy it's probably used to this.
Can I give her like 50 of terrible?
What?
50 of terrible?
Yeah.
300 around?
Yeah.
She only usually takes 25. Are you okay with 50?
Oh, the Seroquel?
Yeah.
I'd be okay with 100, but give her 50.
I just want to comment. I'm sorry if that really happened to her, like she said with the penetration of the bottle just earlier. There's no way that would be a reaction. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's obviously a lie. That whole story about the bottle and what he did to her, because she is feeling bad. Oh, hold on, I have this on. I'm sorry, I was listening when I went and got Zeke. So yeah, I mean, God, I just can't believe she's making up these lies like that. It's just so wrong. Anyway, okay. That's the thing. I want to go through like that little part right there of where supposedly she said, I didn't mean to hurt him, or I didn't do it on purpose. Like, it's so hard to hear. So sometime this weekend, I want to put like those really hard to hear things that is very important. I feel like if she said them in the editor and try to hear them for myself. Hopefully this person actually did and know, you know what I'm saying? Because that's huge right there. I wish they would use that. And yeah, supposedly she recorded this. Why? Why did she record this incident? That's what he says at the beginning of this video. So I'm not sure why she recorded this part.
So I'll tell you what's going to happen. This is guilt.
She won't take 50. I gave her 25 and 300 and said we reassess in a little bit.
Anything that as we speak, I'm saying David's still got a leg and talking to her, so you know what's going on. She's made a point against me, she can't trust me. Because when that's all custody, in obviously that she can't have and talking to her because she's listening. She wants to go where he is. She knows he's gone. She thinks she's going to lose him. And I'll say no. How long does it took it?
And this was today, by the way, not just paying anything. It is.
What's the last thing you got? What's the last thing you got? When did you start along with yourself? He's in welcome room. He is asleep. It's a sleep regulation, so he's good. And I'm talking to her, hopefully she'll let us do what we want to do. But she hasn't given me the final answer that she wants. She doesn't want to go anywhere. She wants to stay here and see it. Well, Ben's saying she's just happy. He's happy to go with her. But so you know, although she's talking to me and she keeps calling me, keeps holding my hand, she's made it quite clear to me. She said, I thought I trusted you, but I don't, because you told Christy and I called you on your fat arm, and I said, yes, I did. And I said, She turned around and said, Johnny, I called 5 different times over the last couple of weeks, saying his sister said that Jerry told me, but that's what she was saying. I said, you said not to, but I'm not going to let you. I told you I'll never let you to go like a Johnny. So, and she is talking to me. She's obviously crying up and down like a mirror. He has been given them some minutes. Debbie said, and Kevin said she said that she would figure out. I'm saying, no, I've still got another one in my pocket. Debbie came and said, if she wakes up, she'll have to give her another one, and she might sleep through the night. So I decided what to do. I'm hoping she'll back. I don't have anything here, but we all know I'd be up and get her on the plane in the morning. But Ben's happy to find her out. But what we also do is that this guy's going down. This. Well, no, you have a point. I'm happy to do so. I'm happy to, as I said, it doesn't bother me at all. I'm happy to get her back and hand her over. And then we let nature take its course. Well, I've always said to Steve that tomorrow has to be, film-wise, has to be cancelled. Okay, he's not fixed that. He's not fixed that. And I'm Steve. I think I'm just, look, I've seen Johnny Bennett, I've never seen this bad. When I say he wrecked this place, I mean it's wrecked. There's no broken, there's a TV, I think she did it. There's a cup thrown, it missed, there's been bottles thrown, and she admits to me, she threw a bottle on me. She did it first. She admits to me that, and I said, she also said, she said, there's a really beautiful things to do in my temple. He was shouting out the screen now. She has scratches on her left arm, which Debbie told me about. I've looked at it, and I've seen those scratches before on other people. And as far as I'm concerned, they're self-inflicted. I'm convinced of that. They're self-inflicted. At the moment, I'll do a deal with the devil. God has laid it down because we'll be selling the car to Kevin to turn around and probably even calm down. You know, I've been hurt, yes, I've been hurt, he's trying to say, I can understand why. And she admitted also that she hit him first. She actually hit him in the face. But he has a small burn on the right-hand side of his face, which she says, I see that yesterday, which she said on Friday, he got a cigarette and burnt his own face with a cigarette because it was so bad. He's not well. We need to help him out in every way we possibly can, but we need to help. And I felt convinced when he was here, she's sometimes listening, sometimes not. And I said, you can't help her. You can't. You two need to be separated. You can speak on the phone, but you need to leave him alone. By the way, we have now found a piece of flesh on the top of his finger. Okay? It's packed in ice. It's on its way back to I've always spoken to Malcolm. It's acting us and it's on its way back now in a bag wrapped up with heart. He just thinks it's John's medication. And I'm still talking to her. I'll be honest with you, she was responding to me. She breaks down in 5 minutes. But she's made it very clear that he has told me that over the last 2 weeks, I told him, she said, I have stood up for you slowly, John, but how would you let me down by telling Chris that I can't go with a fat old man? And I said, well, I did. Because I'm not the money for you, I'm not the money for John. And then 5 minutes later, she said to me, do you think he knows me? No, that wasn't the right answer. Right, she will tell us what she's going to do. I'm just going, right? And I said to you, go because she said, no, it has to be a month, it has to be someone strong in case she kicks off. Okay? So, we are leaving here tonight to go and stay in the hotel. I've got cars coming around just in case. I'll see what Malcolm wants to do. Because Malcolm has said to me, Eddie is not saying, I'm not, it's not, so if he wants to fly home back to England, I'll send him. If not, I'm going to go to LA to get out of here. But it's all hit and miss. It's all like, and 1 minute she agrees, no, I'm not going to stay back. I'm trying to get her here to go pack up, so she can never hit tonight to go back. That's it. When I tell you, I'm not going to miss out. It's $70,000, $40,000 for the breaks. Just blood everywhere. And I'll give me going down. The food sits here, these two are covered in blood stacks and water off. The bed I looked to the stairs. Down the bar, you drank everything in the last week. In your house, I didn't know. She went over to her. Within 2 hours, he took 10 ecstasy tablets. I'm still once it's not the time to talk about it, but that's what I'm saying. I'm afraid if someone keeps supplying it, he's going to overdose. I was afraid she was like that for she's house. But on top of that, he drank tequila, he drank vodka, he started drinking vodka in contact with it because she said he didn't want me to smell it. When I turned around and told him he was drinking, could you calm down? He then started drinking tequila. And then he picked up one of the bottles and threw it through the window. Right, I know he's a certain moment question. Hang on a second, my doctor's agreeing, I don't want to say she did it, or he did it. Right, no one bottles are empty. And David's got done it. And David has said, yes, it hasn't pulled down the sink. Now, when I was thinking yesterday, she was stone cold sober. She doesn't smell of booze, so if it became, I don't know, I trust her, not if I can tell her. If you believe now, and this is the way she told me, everything is out. It's completely transparent. And all she wants to do, and all she needs to do is look and see them and I'll believe her everything to get her the fuck out of it. That's all I'm going to do. I said, why don't tell her everything she wants to hear? We need to fuck out here and concentrate on it.
So I just said I'd give it a couple of minutes. Yeah, I don't know if that was what went at the TV or what it just said.
No, I look at the copy of the TV.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the copy of the TV.
Get the evidence.
And I'll be honest with you.
You do?
I don't know why I think he was here. I think she did. Because he's always sitting down there. Doesn't make any fucking difference. It doesn't make any difference, does it, really?
No. I said I'd give it a couple of minutes and have them finish packing.
I need to know what's there.
Hotel, we need to look for it. She's up for it.
Right, well, let me go on to Christian and try and
I mean, I just said just get it. That's what I was going to do. I'm not sure we need it.
just get over here.
Yeah, nice one. She liked it better. She did. This is all I need until we absolutely want to make it clean.
He's putting me and then he's trying to lose his job.
It's an impossible situation.
He's away, I presume he's awake, that's what they're saying. Alan said they just left the hotel, so I'm assuming he's awake. For them to take him down there to have it done. And I will say, it is true, the quicker you get it done, the quicker it takes. It'll heal up a lot quicker. Okay? So, okay. Well, let's see when you just get the room into my name or wherever, or two room to shoot in my name, and then we'll see what she wants to do. Don't get me wrong, she's looking, she's changing her mind every 5 minutes, okay? Yeah. I understand. Okay. Well, he's dangerous. I'll be honest with you. I do believe the way she is, we need, if she kicks on, we need someone strong like me and Malcolm to be with her. But I would say Ben has been upstairs for 2 hours and he's been talking to her and he has a way of just keeping her calm. What I do not want to do at the moment is jeopardize what we're doing with Johnny because his finger comes first.
Real quick, how crazy that they're like, yeah, she's listening, and she must have set, like, whether it's a phone or some kind of recorder, she's recording this. So how freaking sneaky. She lays a freaking recorder to record these guys and leaves. And so now, how many times is she like probably doing that? Nobody probably has privacy around her. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hold on, it's open,
She has to stay here an extra 24 hours to get him sorted out. Fuck it, she stays here for 24 hours if we have to. Johnny's more important.
What? No, I'm still doing a live.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you as well. The way she's talking, she's breaking down in the front. At the same time, she's packing a bag, so she knows what she's doing. I don't think she intends to do anything stupid. Well, she's saying, I don't want to leave him, and we'll say, look, he needs some time on his own. And then when he's on his own, we'll remind him, and then you two can talk.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. Wait, how Who's Nathan is what I meant to ask. I don't understand. Does anybody know who Nathan is?
Come back. But no matter what happens, she needs to leave Australia to get the fuck out of here. She really does. And that's kept us over there. She said she'd done at least a bottle of vodka, a bottle of tequila. At one point, she reckoned it was when she needed to do 10 exercises. Down the back. You know, this is and the other thing is, it's made quite clear to me, she said, I still love you on a number of occasions, and I trust you, but I don't trust you anymore. Because apparently over the last 2 weeks, John yesterday and said, you're with a fat old man. I didn't say that. And she said, yes, you are, because Christy told me, because she said to Jerry in London. And she asked me, I suggested. Hello. Okay, we're still talking. I'm trying to help her and clean up as much as we can. She seems to be quite happy. I'm asking her. And she seems to be happy if Ben travels with her. Now, she's also saying to me, if I stay here, do I promise that I'll keep her up to date in what's happening to him? And I said I would. She's still upstairs. She hasn't come down yet. We think she might be sleeping. Now, my question is to you, are you happy for that to happen? So I don't care either way. I'm happy to travel to LA and drop her off. Christine, I'll be honest with you, she knows exactly what she's doing. She knows exactly what she's doing. No, I'm saying Amber, she does. She's not a fool. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Now, yeah, pick them up and bring them through. We get a car and then take it to the apartment. And I've asked her, would she go and see her shrink? She said she would. And as soon as he's calm, and as soon as David has given his medication and he gets himself sorted out, then maybe later on in a week, in 2 days, in 7, whatever David tells us, and maybe then she talk. But she keeps obviously doing the usual thing of breaking down in tears, saying, shall I go, shall I go, shall I go? And what I know, yes, yeah, shall I leave, shall I stay here and wait? And I just said, look, I'll be honest with you, they don't want me to see him because at the moment, that's the problem. And at least she's listening, but every 5 minutes she bursts into tears. Now, what I would say to you is that I know Nathan's working on it. I've just spoken to Stephen. They're at the hospital waiting for the hand surgeon to come in to try and get fixed on his finger. So that's okay, alright? Alright.
Upstairs, very packed, and come back and cook and what about? Empty bags. One had a little bit of crushed. He used to be crushed up a little bit. The other one was okay.
Crushed up Coke. Coke is a powder. Like, it's crushed up. What do you mean crushed up Coke? That makes no sense. Coke is it's a powder. I'm confused. Anyway, are you guys bored with this? Is this interesting to you guys? It's almost over, so well, I don't know. Not that much longer.
That means you can go on top of Xanax, Adderall, ecstasy, and this.
That's all that she was.
I
Oh
did a video on
shoot!
the
Sorry, I accidentally.
lies being told in
Hold on
Virginia.
a second. Okay. Wait, all that she was doing? Wait, hold on. Let's see what it said again.
One had a little bit of crushed. He used to be crushed up a little bit. The other one was okay.
I was popping was Xanax, Adderall, ecstasy, and hallucinogens. That's all. Like, I'm not judging, but when you use it, like that's all I was doing. It was just that. Like, that's not one of those things that should be before. Like, all I was popping. That's like, I don't know. Like I said, like I mean, I've done it. I've mixed. But like I wouldn't be like, oh no, I barely did anything. I was just doing Xanax, Adderall, ecstasy, a little bit of heroin, some meth. Um, wow. Hold on, let me hold on one second. Okay. And no, you wouldn't necessarily if you have a tolerance and you know what I'm saying, and your body's used to that. No, you could do that and and still live. Trust me, I've mixed a lot of different things myself. I mean, you could die, yeah, but yeah, wait, let me just make a yeah, I mean, don't do it. It's not smart. I don't want to like put it out there like, oh yeah, do it, everybody. No, it's not smart. And you could definitely die, especially that Xanax right there. You take out the Xanax, that Xanax is huge as far as mixed with things. A lot of, well, mostly you have to be careful with Xanax and like downers. So I guess since like if you did like Xanax and alcohol, Xanax and heroin, those are pretty dangerous. I mean, like I said, I've done it, but I mean, people die a lot on that when they mix Xanax in with like a downer, so their heart stops. But yeah, Xanax, Adderall, ecstasy, hallucinogens. Huh. Anyways, all right, let's continue here.
Xanax, Adderall, ecstasy, and I hate that he hates me. I hate that I'm the one that has to go, or, you know, I hate that I'm the element that really sets it off. I hate that Jerry, I don't want to do that. I really hate it. Jerry's not supposed to do that.
I don't think that. That's my own question. I don't think that to say.
No, I was trying to make that a very calm, rational point. I was talking to him. It's hard to tell something. No, it's hard to tell sometimes. Before he goes off to get it. And I was trying to talk to him irrationally and stuff, and then of course it just came out. When we got to that point where we were in the same office. I feel so stupid, Jerry. I go over here and ship things. I feel so stupid. I really lost.
I'm telling you my time as best as I can.
Oh. You have so much of a suicide.
It's all part of my job. You're up. It's all part of the job. It's all part of the job. No, I said you don't job. I'm saying, throw this in the garage.
I reckon we roll this up.
Yeah.
And you probably something got it in your face.
I'll roll this up and put tape on.
Jerry? Since we don't have the hotel yet,
Go on, love.
So there you have it.
So yeah, she screwed up. I think that's why she's like, Jerry, to see if he like saw the recorder that just fell. I think it was the recorder. She almost got busted there. I don't think we need to watch that.
I hope you have a better understanding of what actually happened. What I find to be interesting, among many other things, is, again, how nobody, including Amber, is talking about the severe injuries she now claims she received. Nobody is talking about a busted lip, or a broken nose, or slashes all over her body and feet and legs and arms. It's almost like those injuries didn't exist. You would think if she was injured, like she now claims, somebody would be getting her medical attention as well, but instead it's Johnny who ended up in the hospital due to his injuries, while everyone else worked to get her home peacefully in hopes she wouldn't explode again along the way. It's also interesting how much her story and stories have evolved and changed.
And remember, he's just talking about, this is when the sun incident's going on. So this isn't, because I think this was like a year ago that he uploaded. I have to look at the actual upload. So he's talking about the sun stuff, not the current stuff. So I don't even know at that time, did she even bring up the bottle penetration thing or whatever? I don't even think that came out yet, right? But do you guys know, when did she start claiming that? Is it just for this trial? Isn't those kind of new claims? I don't think it came out for the first trial. Do you? Let's see what else he says.
Contradicted themselves, from Johnny punching a wall and hurting his hand to this taking place over a 3-day stretch now, when it really happened on 1 day. And even Johnny taking 10 ecstasy tablets in a span of 2 hours, and now she claims he took 8 overnight. And then there's the outright lies being told in Virginia and UK courts by Amber and the Sun, stating this occurred on March 4th when it was really March 8th, and on top of that, claiming this happened at night when it actually happened during the AM hours. So much counter evidence has been stacking up against them. Not to mention, as evidence has come to light that has shown that she was the aggressor and the one who assaulted him, causing him a severe injury, throwing her entire claims into question, she is now adding sexual violence to her allegations.
Okay. So she is.
In my opinion, it's very clear with all the evidence that has come out over the past few.
Oh, I think he's just saying that because the op-ed or whatever, because she said sexual violence, right? Because when did that specific story about the bottle penetration? Gailey, do you know, or who knows? Was that just from this trial? Did it come out, like the specifics? Sugar Magnolia! It's one of my favorite Grateful Dead songs. Well, there's so many favorites, like for different moods, you have different ones for different moods. It's a good one. I can't even pick a favorite, but I like that. I love the Grateful Dead song. Anyway, so hold on. Let me see where I'm at here. Somebody answered. I want to see. Johnny lost his trial. Yeah, I know he lost it. Yep. Let's see. No, I actually was talking to Joyce in the Sun case. It's one of mine too, Tiff. Oh, Ashley, I didn't know you'd listen to the Dead. Really? Okay, Amber looks. Okay, it was out prior, but more detailed. Okay, but not detailed until now. So the bottle incident, is that new for this trial? I like that. Sugar. Very clever. Messy. What's up, girl? Okay, let's see what else he says. Because I didn't watch this part, the ending. I didn't see what his conclusions were. Let's see.
Months that Amber Heard is not being truthful about what happened during her relationship with Johnny Depp. We've heard her admit to abusing Johnny, mocking him, saying she can't be rationalized or reasoned with, and that she gets so mad she loses it. And, if you recall, Ben King, who was tasked with flying Amber back to drop her off to her support system, and so she could see her shrink and to make sure that she didn't kick off or try to manipulate him, was asked twice on the flight back by Amber, have you ever been so angry with someone that you just lost it? Seemingly already trying to get him to justify her violent actions. And now we have the immediate aftermath of an incident, a crime scene that I believe points to more lies from her, including the amount of covering up it took to keep her violent episodes hidden and the lengths it took to keep her calm. I think that she, as she would describe it, got so mad she lost it. I think she cut off the end of Johnny's finger just 1 month into their marriage, by the way, and then was scrambling to place any sort of blame on him while also screaming and crying because she knew she had finally done something that might open his eyes and she might actually lose him. And she secretly recorded the whole thing and submitted it along with a much less accurate transcript back in 2016 during her initial claims. Why? I don't know. Maybe she was hoping that she could just cherry pick from it and use the inaccurate transcript to apply more public pressure to Johnny at the time. Even though the audio paints a much different picture, she was panicking, knowing her actions could cost her everything she believed she worked so hard to make happen. I believe she committed a crime, a violent assault, and yet wanted to stay there to be with this man who shot everyone. My next video.
Anyway, I'm glad he did bring up the time because that was one of the things I wrote down. I was going to ask you guys, because she almost makes it seem like it was at night about the whole finger incident. Well, she said she slept and woke up and his finger was off, but the doctor and the nurse now it does seem like it was probably in the daytime. Now, were they called like right away? Like, was his finger just chopped off like currently, like right before that they came? You know, how long was that time period? She made it seem like like what happened kind of in the night and that he went like hours without. Remember, she said something where it made it seem like it was like hours before that he just sat there and didn't call, and then she called or whatever. But I just wonder. I don't think we'll ever really know for sure the time period of when it happened compared to, when did they arrive? Like how long before did it happen before they got there? I don't know. Funny how she realized she was taking the stand that it was a bottle that she was abused. I know, how crazy. Yeah, here I have a picture of it. I screenshot it. Let me see if I have it on this computer. The supposed bottle. Let me see if I have it. Hold on. I have it on that computer, I think. I forget where I have it actually. Hold on. Yeah, it's got to be on this computer. Hold on. Here we go. I'll share it on this one. All right. Let's see. Here it is. Right here. Yeah, here it is. Here, I'll share it with you guys. Those of you who haven't seen it. Let's see, share. Okay, so here's the supposed bottle that here. Okay. So here's the supposed bottle that why is that sounding here? Okay. So here's the supposed bottle that why is that sounding here? Okay. So hold on a second. Here's the supposed bottle that I have it on. Why was it doing that? Did you guys hear that? Or was it just me? Hold on a second. I don't know why it did that. Okay, so that's muted. Did you guys hear that? Okay, yeah, let me see. It shouldn't have done that. I guess I can't. I'll have to figure out the settings on that. I could still share the picture, but I just can't. Oh, that's weird. Okay, so here's the bottle that when they brought it up in court, she's like, oh my God, like that she hadn't seen it until they had brought it up or whatever. So it's got to be this bottle, right? So yeah. What other pictures? These are some of the ones that they show. Oh no, that's just her and Johnny. That's some of the ones that they showed. So that's from that night, from the incident. The floor. These are the ones they showed in the court. There's that lamp, some shoes, water bottles, it looks like. Some kind of liquid. I don't know if that's blood or I don't know what that is. Here's looks like an art studio or probably where they do some art. And this is the one she said Johnny basically ruined these, like painted over with black, these two canvases. And then there's the lampshade that says good luck and be careful at top. There's the mirror. He says that she wrote this in lipstick. She said that she doesn't even know who Carly Simon. She didn't know what she's saying or whatever. One about Bob, Billy Bob. Here's the TV, a little shadow right here from where the coffee cup went into the TV. Oh, I guess there is one more. This is the bed. I don't know if that's blood right there, right? I'm guessing. Okay, I think that's all. I guess there is more. I thought I keep thinking it's the blood on the guitar. Never mind. This is where you see the bottle, I guess. The blood. No, hold on. There's 3 more. Why do I keep taking it down? Okay, so this is behind probably where the wine or whatever. Looks like wine almost, but splattered and then this is the hair that he supposedly ripped out of her head. That's from a different incident, right? Isn't that a different incident where she claims that he was hitting her on the back of the head? That would have been a different incident, right? Does anybody know? Where he grabbed her by her hair, or is she claiming that that's the same incident? Help me out on this, because I don't know actually. That's a scalp where she said he pulled the hair out, and then this is definitely cut. There's no roots. But remind me, is it a different incident? Did she say this all happened one night, the penetration with the bottle, and then him dragging her by her hair, it comes out, and then him basically having his knee on her back and like hitting her on the back of the head on the bed, and then the bed broke? Or is that 2 different incidents? Because I don't even know, actually, to be honest. Oh, the headbutt. Okay, so the headbutt was a different incident then, right? I'm pretty sure the headbutt was, yeah, a different incident. Oh, it all happened at the same night? Are you sure? So the headbutt, the penetration, the bed broken, him putting her knee on his back and hitting her in the back of the head. That's all the same night? Wait a minute. And yet she's gonna sit there and be like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." Want him back after he did. No. Wow, I don't think I realized that she was claiming that all was the same freaking night. Oh my gosh. That's something. Um, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to share. Everything else I want to share, I've done a little short videos on, like different things that so go check out my videos, and I'm gonna do a couple more. So yeah, and then I think that's about all for so far. Yeah, just make sure Monday, you guys. What they say 8 or no. It's gonna start at 9, right? Now from now on, was it 8 or 9? I think it's 9. But either later on tonight or tomorrow, I want to do a live where just like a true crime live. I mean, we could talk about this case, but also I want to talk about just other cases. I'm gonna just kind of see what I could get together, any cases that I've been covering, if there's anything going on, which I don't think there's really anything too much. There's a few videos I feel like that we could go over. So I'll probably do that tomorrow, because I think tonight I'm gonna edit the rest of the Johnny Depp videos that I wanted to do. And then what laughing? I'm not sure which one you're talking about, Gail. Laughing? Hold on, let me see. Are you talking about where you talking about being bigger than her? I don't know because it's got music. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's one you're talking about though. I can't find any other ones, Gailey. Um. So yeah. Look, probably tomorrow night we'll do one. Who knows? Maybe I'll be popping on tonight. I don't know. What cases have you guys been following now besides this? I think I played everything I wanted to. Hold on, let me make sure. Hold on one second. Yeah, because the other ones I'm just going to edit into some videos. Because we did the 2-hour recording that I wanted to. Hold on, let me make sure. The depositions, I still wanted to watch those with you sometime, just to watch them again, but I'm not going to do that tonight. Yeah, I went over everything I wanted to tonight. So, anything you guys want to bring up or Newly Wednesday murder? Newlywed. Oh, wait, what about what, Sarah? Wait, what are you talking about? What's confusing? Um, and then yeah, so Shelly, you said I started this an op-ed. I wrote, "What a dummy! Did she forget her lawyers argued she didn't write it?" Yeah, that's a good point. I wonder if they'll bring that up. Hopefully in cross exam. Um, wait, what? I don't know. It's live. What? I'm confused. What do you mean? Hold on one second, guys. Um, yeah, just maybe email me if there's any cases. I won't have time to do a ton with this trial until it's over, but maybe that we could talk about tomorrow on a live. If there's anything. Wait, hold on. I want to see what you were talking about here. Hold on one second, guys. I know. I'm sorry. I'm like looking up to see. No, what? Okay, that was just distracting. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, you guys go check out some of my shorter videos I did the last couple days. Like I said, I've done like so many. But yeah, okay, so either tonight, it'll probably be I'm thinking tomorrow, so I could just get some editing done tonight. So probably tomorrow, maybe like around 8 or something. If there's anything you do want me to cover specific cases or just like it won't be anything any in depth on anything, but like we could watch some video clips or like just kind of like maybe talk about any new cases or anything going on in the true crime world. And you guys could help me too because with anything new. And then besides that, Monday morning, be here at I'm pretty sure it starts at 9. So be here at 9 and oh, when does that start? That case was yeah. When does that start, Mystery? Is that gonna be televised? Miss Leah. So wait, what, Miss Leah? I don't know what you're talking about. Share what? Yeah, so like I said, probably like around 8, somewhere around that time, 8 Eastern time, maybe tomorrow. Let's try. And hey Kibby. Bridget, thanks for hanging out, guys. Okay. Hopefully it will be televised. All right. Well, thanks for hanging. Hopefully you had fun chatting. Oh, thanks. Not there yet. Well, he didn't pull that out. She would have killed him and surprised she didn't. Okay, Ashley, I mean, okay, Stu today from the city. Okay. But yes, oh, a collab. I missed even what you were saying. Yes, we should definitely, Mr. Maverick. Definitely. David Robinson, is that a case going on? Okay, bye everybody. Have fun. From yes, Lapis, thank you for joining and thanks for hanging out and everybody, all the members, thank you. And oh wait, I forgot to ask. Do you guys want to for the Johnny emoji, do you want like a current one or an old one of him? Yes, Miss Lee, I'm glad you caught one too. I'll try to just find one. Gilly, bye Gilly. Thank you, Angela. I'm trying to think. There's so many out there. I can't choose because I'm only gonna be able to probably do one. Oh, thanks, Bammy. Younger Johnny, you think? Gina B. Tennessee. See, ta-da. See, ta-da. A current. Like, so if I do a current one, you want one like from him from in the trial? Maybe? Okay, I'll try to just look and see. And like I said, Monday, if you guys don't make it to the live this weekend or tomorrow or whatever, come Monday at 9 o'clock. We'll be doing the trial. And the cross exam, hopefully, will maybe start Monday. And we'll get to see who else she's going to call. Be interesting. All right. Bye, everybody.